Oh, that's Derek. That's just where we left off. It's fine. Umi's tired. Go back to bed, Umi. Just go back to sleep. Don't bother with work. Tell them you're there and everything will be fine. You're in the game now. Okay, growing? Weren't we already growing before? Summer work? I don't want to go to summer work. Let's just do growing. Let's just grow a little. They're probably gonna talk about how we're short. Cove's so tall. God. Stupid Cove with your stupid tallness. Fucking just rubbing your tallness in. Making us all jealous. Fucking rude. Early one afternoon, you found yourself in the living room with your family. It was another one of those summer days where it felt too hot to go outside, but it was too uncomfortable to do anything inside either. I'm not short, I'm average. I'm very average in height. The air conditioner was cranked up as far as it could negotiate with? What? Why are you negotiating with your AC? I'm pretty sure that's not how negotiating works. Break my legs? No, I want to be taller, not shorter. God, Memo, stop breaking stuff. I gotta replace that. Those things are expensive. My parts are expensive. But everyone was still being pretty lazy. Oh, Cove's legs? Yeah, we could do that. That would make things a lot easier. And we could actually look at them eye to eye. But no, Derek has the short king energy going on. Should we really take that away from him? Should we really take away his short king energy? You, your moms, your sister were lounging around while the TV blared on in the backdrop, ignored by all of you. You specifically were. I specifically was. Laying spread eagle on the carpet. Perched on the arm of the couch. Draped over the coffee table. Why would I be draped over the coffee table? You know what? No, I'm just laying out spread eagle. Just like everyone. I'm airing out. Probably negotiating with the moms. No, I'm pretty sure they were negotiating with the AC. That's what I would do. I would absolutely be negotiating with my air conditioner. Gotta be dramatic. No, I'm just out here. Oh my god, I need to air out everyone. We just like, it's too hot. It's too hot. Stared up the ceiling, your eyes unfocused and mind clear of all thoughts. So is that any different than usual? On mine, there are never any thoughts in my mind. Elizabeth broke the silence with a loud groan. He glanced over. She was laying on her back on the couch, massaging her calf with one hand. Ugh. Of course, she has that teenager. Ugh. I feel terrible. Dying in this house and my legs hurt. Nobody cares. Stop crying. Mom looked up from the magazine she'd barely been flipping through and frowned, concerned. Could you have strained them somehow? Elizabeth flailed briefly, then flopped onto her side with a heavy sigh. I don't know. Just hurts.
Sweetie.
Oh, sweetheart. Ma got up from her seat in the kitchen table and walked over to your sister. She did a light pat on Elizabeth's shoulder sympathetically. I'm sorry you have to deal with that. Maybe it's growing pains. You could be taller by next fall. Thank you, Ma. Thank you, Ma, for making me feel better about all my aches and pains, Ma. Why does she always have the worst names? Elizabeth scoffed. She didn't look impressed by Ma's assessment. I'd rather be on my height forever than deal with this. Mom walked over too, leaning against the back of the couch. Kids, they grow up so fast. Soon, Elizabeth will have a home of her own. Maybe even with a nice husband, some kids, if she feels like it. Yep, she's getting married to Cove. That's what's happening. We've already decided. She sniffed loudly and wiped at her eye, but you could tell that was just a bit. Tilted your head. Even though you knew Elizabeth liked guys, it was hard to imagine her with a boyfriend or a husband. She likes boys. Elizabeth, gay. She likes boys. You only seem invested? She only seemed invested in hanging out with her group of friends, not chasing after boys. Ma must agree with you, because she shook her head.
No.
Let's not exaggerate. She's still practically a child. But if you ever do pursue romance, Elizabeth, you can come talk to me about it. Definitely, we're always willing to lend an ear. Elizabeth's features contorted in disgust. Ew, he's gay because he likes boys? Yes, he's gay to like boys. Ladies, is it gay to like boys? I'm pretty sure it is. No way. I'm not talking to my mom about that. Mom's jaw dropped. She gasped in an exaggerated display of shock. Her hand came up to rest on her chest as she clutches her pearls. See, Skylar agrees. It is gay to like boys. Molly grinned. She didn't look offended by Elizabeth's quick response at all. It really wouldn't be so bad to come to us. I know what it's like to have a crush on a pretty boy or two. I don't, but I can listen anyway. Mom snorted at her own joke while Mom burst into giggles. You're having a little too much fun at Elizabeth's expense. The laugh, I know, like the, ew, you liked boys? How gross. Ma confirmed, gay. Ma liked boys. She gay. Mom? She's a lesbian. Lesbian through and through. She's very stand-up lady. Ma on the other hand, gay. Elizabeth certainly wasn't feeling the amusement because she rolled her eyes and sat up.
Thanks.
I'm going back to my room. I'd rather melt alone, thanks. She strode off towards the staircase, taking the steps two at a time. Her mom stared at her after her, then turned to each other with raised eyebrows. Whoops. Looks like we scared her off with all that romance talk.
Well?
Oh well. We'll get her next time. Watched them titter with some surprise. Obviously, your mom's liked women. But wait, really? Mom likes women? I never would have guessed. I never would have guessed that they liked women. But you had no idea that Mom liked guys too. Today was the first time you'd heard her say something like that. Yeah, we didn't know Ma was gay. I had no idea. Ma, I always thought you only liked ladies. You like guys too? Ma turned to you. Happy to bring you into things now that you'd spoken up. She smiled and nodded. That's right, I like both. But I like your mom's most out of everyone. She's special. I thought they only liked each other. I know, right? It's so weird. That's super weird. Moms aren't allowed to like multiple people. That's not allowed. Ma's smile turned all soft in the corners, like it usually did when she looked at her. Pinched Mom's cheek lightly. Aww. God, they're so cute. Heartbroken. Mom reached up to cup a hand over Ma's. Even when Ma stopped pulling her cheek, their hands remained clasped together. They're the frickin' cutest. I love them.
You're fantastic.
Thanks, Lonnie. I think most women have charm, but no one can hold a candle to you.
Aww.
Aw, Pamela. Oh, guys. Love is fake. No. Our mom's love is real. Look at them. They love each other, even though Mom is gay. I constantly forget their names. I forget that they even have names. Yes, we knew their names. Completely forgot. They've said them several times. None of us remember. Ma beamed, then kissed Mom on the cheek. She was pinching before. He laughed at their antics. Thought the moment was very sweet. Parents are so embarrassing. Ew. Guys, stop. You're embarrassing me. So gross. He shuts down as if it would hide you from sight. Or parents like that. They're so gross. Mom looked back at you, letting Mom's hand go with a brief squeeze. Settled down next to you. Mom followed soon after. You know, I'm also here to listen to whenever you're ready. That offer isn't just for Elizabeth. She bumped her shoulder with yours, a reassuring smile in place. Ha! Ha! Don't worry, Ma. We're never gonna have to have that conversation. That will never happen. Don't you worry. There's no rush, of course. You can take all the time you need to figure out what or who you want. Aw, don't worry. I'm sure I'll figure it out. After you're already dead. I'm gonna be 60 years old, be like, huh. Maybe I should try smooching somebody.
It's okay.
I don't think you have to stick with whatever you come up with right now, either. Life's nice like that. It can change, and you can learn. Mom nodded her agreement. Two of us are happy to hear you out, and we may be able to relate better than you think. Still, we won't push the topic, at least most of the time. Gave Mom the weakest scathing look possible, while being unable to stop grinning. Thanks. You don't have to worry about it. I'd rather pass on all that. I thoroughly would rather pass on all that.
No trouble.
Of course, we just wanted to make sure you knew that we're always here. Wait. You don't have to worry about it. You're your parents, sweetie. We'll always worry. Ma let out another exaggerated sniffle. It didn't take a genius to realize it was fake. Aww. But your only options are men. Aww. I feel bad for those men. Because there are no options for me. The answer is no to everyone. Except maybe the fridge. We do have kind of a nice looking fridge. I'm good with the fridge. Coffee maker. First off, coffee maker's an asshole. I would never date the coffee maker. They're just so full of themselves. First Elizabeth, now you. 22? Do you have to grow up? Yes. Children tend to do that from time to time. Parents quickly grew absorbed in their conversation about rearing kids. You took that as your cue to leave, getting up so you could spend some time alone in your room too. They let you go without problem, so you made your way up the stairs. You let out a sigh once you stepped into your room. You're just as sweltering in there as it was in the living room, possibly even a little warmer. So why am I in here? Let's go back downstairs. Let's go sit in front of the AC. Couldn't even open your window since it was hotter outside and you just let out the AC. You dragged your feet as you crossed the room, checked your current sweltering conditions in the mirror as you passed by. You thought back to the conversation you'd had downstairs about growing up and all that. After a moment, you stepped a bit closer to the mirror, stared into it, and turned away from the surface to look down at yourself. I'm so short. You're definitely growing alright. It was weird thinking about how you were now, in comparison to what you'd been when you were younger. Guess the fridge is chill. Ha! Ha! Nice one, Skylar. When it came to your body, it's getting some muscle definition? Nah. I don't know. What are we? What do we look like? We got some muscles. We've been hanging out with Derek. We've been getting a little bit of muscle. Then you fell into the mirror, transported to a new world. Bro, if this game changed into an isekai, I'd be so down. Perfect game, 10 out of 10. Perfect game, 10 out of 10. Hit a JRPG in my dating sim. That's amazing. What are we? I think we got some muscle definition. Thought of Wonderland. We're scrawny. We're just a scrawny little bot. We're just the runt of the litter. Oh, we should get like a black comb over. Where are you? And I'm so sorry. You shifted to the side, your head still facing forward and continuing the self-evaluation from this viewpoint. At birth, you were assigned female and... Can I be assigned a robot? No. At birth, I was assigned a robot. Stop, that's my thing. Well, it's our thing now. I'm just gonna do that one. Chest was flat now. We'll likely change it. No. 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 Chest was flat. She aimed at breast. No. Chest was simply flat. Oh, is that kind of creepy? I mean, I don't know. We do want to know about our body, I guess? We should know what our body is doing? That's just the way it was for you. Took a step backwards. Finished with your impromptu inspection. You locked eyes with your reflection, cocking your head to the side, all things considered. Thought you looked fantastic. Glad I never decided to play this. I would have had a breakdown. I know. The only 3 options. How do we choose? How do we choose? I have no idea how to feel. You know what? No, I look fantastic. I am absolutely amazing. You beam, pleased with what you saw. You even winked for good measure before chuckling at yourself. Welcome back, Umi. Did you have a nice drive? Shook your head roughly. We were uncomfortably figuring out what our body was doing. Shook your head roughly, putting thoughts of what you were turning into out of your mind. This wasn't time to focus on such things. You had to find something to do in this heat. 30 minutes? Ooh. I mean, that's not a bad drive. I wish my drive was that short. You shuffled over to your bed, collapsing onto the mattress. Your brow scrunched up in thought. Time passed slowly. And to your annoyance, possible ideas about what to do were few and far between. You weren't sure how long it had been, but eventually, you heard your mom call you from downstairs. Oh, you're only back for 30 minutes. Got you. Number 22. There's a call for you. Call wants to come over. Is that alright? No, it's not alright. It's never alright. Tell that tall sad boy to go away. I feel weird about my body. Perked up at the woods, sitting up in bed, yelled back to her immediately. We just want to be alone. We just want to be alone and contemplate what we are. Yeah. You got to your feet and headed downstairs, eager to see your friend. I'm not in my robot body. I don't know how to feel about this. Need to go downstairs soon anyway, because your empty stomach told you it was almost time for lunch. Just as you reached the bottom of the stairs, you saw Mom put the phone back on the receiver. No, I know. We don't have anything going on down there. No features whatsoever. They don't really have a listing for that medically, so they just put us as intersex. We're still robot. They just have to do it medically. They just have to put us that medically. So we're fine. We're good. We still have the robot body. We're good. We get it. Just as you reached the bottom of the stairs, you saw Mom put the phone back on the receiver. You glanced at Ma, laying her lip against the kitchen counter.
What a pickle.
Well, here comes trouble. We gotta prepare ourselves. We need to prepare ourselves for this pickle. Wait. What pickle? What the hell are you talking about? Ma clicked her tongue in clear disapproval of Mom's words. What's happening? Such a good boy. Cove never wants to cause trouble. He can just be a bit thoughtless and impulsive. You're feeling weird after all that? It's okay. You're not the character. You're not the player character. We're all good. Oh, I know. It's very sweet. But that what makes it more of a problem. The game made for humans. Why do you keep making me play human games? Stop making me date humans. Stop making me be human. It's gross. I feel weird. Stranger or some kid from school was egging 22 on to behave badly. I think we could both agree that they do the right thing in the end. But if Cold Holden got into a reckless move and wanted 22 to be a part of the ride, can we really be certain of what call they'd make then?
Yes.
Yes, we can, Pamela. 22 would do whatever Cove wanted. Lonnie! Your mom giggled freely at Mom's reaction. Worry too much about those two together. What have we done? We've done nothing. Honestly, being with Lizzie is the worst thing for us. She pushes us to do bad things. Like playing pranks on old people. Yes, I do want to do the most evil options. We ran away. Again, because we talked to Lizzie and we thought we were gonna get arrested, we were being responsible. We were being the most responsible. I'm saying it's all Lizzie's fault. Look, all I'm saying is that I haven't forgotten that time when they were kids and 22 chased after Cove once he ran away. Again, that was because of Lizzie. Go blame Lizzie. Lanella? Pamela. Wait, no, it's... I don't think it's Lanella. Oh. Okay. I ship it. I don't need to ship it. They're freaking married. Actually, no, they're not technically married. There is no ring on their fingers. But, you know, they're together. Okay, here's a question. Do we really need to ship a married couple? Is that necessary? They're already together. Anyway. There was that time they snuck out of the middle of the night when Cove was supposed to sleep over. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I'll just laugh. He lives across the street. It's not that serious. We're the most responsible. We were absolutely... I walked him home. I was being responsible. Do you know the name that goes first is supposed to be the top? I mean... You know what? Not thinking about that. I don't want to think about my parents. I want to think about how my parents work. She blinked in surprise and waved at you with an easy grin. Mom looked over, noticing you at the foot of the stairs as well. Oh, I didn't expect you to come down already, 22. I just wanted to let you know what was happening. Lanella is better than Pamney? I don't know. I kind of like Pamney. Hey there, Pamney. Oh my god. That's such a funny name. I'm gonna need y'all to name your firstborn child Pamney. Skylar, I need you to rename your child Pamney. No, he's definitely the top anyway. Okay, sure, why not? I will just let you have that. I don't want to think about it. Thank you. Oh, I didn't expect you to come down already, 22. Just want to let you know what was happening. Yeah, you don't trust us, even though, nope, did I get that wrong? I clearly got that wrong. Where did I get that idea? Where did I get that idea? Huh. Things pop into my head. Oh, you work with kids. That's why I thought so. I knew there was something about kids with you. I got mixed up. So, Skylar, as I said, Name one of your kids Pamney. Convince their parents to name them Pamney. Well, Skylar has kids. They're just not her kids. Skylar has kids in a... They work with kids. 12 a day. 12 kids a day. 12 kids a day will be renamed Pamney. This is why I store your memories. Well, why didn't you correct me? Memo, I need this information stat before I make a fool out of myself. Pretending you didn't overhear the conversation, you called Mom out on her comment. Oh no, I'm absolutely calling you out. Hey, I'm absolutely responsible. I don't know what you're talking about. Well, if I hadn't come now, then I wouldn't have heard everything you said.
Pam.
Oh, you got caught, Pam.
What?
What? You were saying things too. They're just snitching on each other. I didn't say anything I wouldn't have told 22 directly. Oh, you're unbelievable. How do you stop me from acting like a fool? I don't know. I don't ask for excuses. I don't want excuses. I want results. Memo, make it happen. Shook your head at your parents, even as you fought a blush when you remembered just what they'd been discussing. Alright, you got me. Sorry for being gossipy and saying about your friend. That can be bad too.
Let's go.
Well, get out of your way now. Yeah, get out of my way, Mom. Rude. We're very responsible. I don't know what you're talking about. Mom sighed and mocked defeat and made her way down the hall. Mom followed after her with a hushed giggle. Tee-hee! Stop beating me with Derek! You're going to harm Derek. You are just smacking a small child against metal. Yeah, why can't you predict what I'm going to say? Are you not connected to the Wi-Fi? Are you not connected to the Wi-Fi with me? Now you were alone in the living room, tasked with waiting for Cove. That was just fine with you. If it hadn't been so hot outside, you would have visited him at his house a long time ago. Took a seat at the kitchen counter, settled in for the wait. As expected, there was a knock on the door a few minutes later. When you got up and answered it, your neighbor was standing on the other side. He came in once you set aside to let him pass, giving a little wave. You greeted him as you typically did. With a low five, and nudged his shoulder. With a noogie. I kinda wanna give him a noogie. No, he doesn't like being touched. We could nudge his shoulder a little bit. No, we'll give him a wave. He doesn't like being... No. Nah, give him a noogie. Yeah. Cove had expecting it, but he was still too slow to dodge. He groaned, wriggled in your arms like a fish out of water. I'm not giving Cove the nerd voice. He's too sad. Well, I'll try it. Ugh, stop! It's too hot for this. You offered him no mercy, knowing that he was kidding. If he really wanted to get out of the headlock, he would have done it already. Eventually, you let him go, smirking to yourself. Alright, I'm done. Cove sighed and wiped his face a bit. You noticed the sheen of sweat across his brow. Must be glad to be back in the air-conditioned place, even if he only had to walk across the street to get there. Yeah, it's so hot. Something going on? Why'd you want to come over? I don't want to do anything. That one is like this. He gestured vaguely to the humid air hanging around. I thought I could at least do nothing with you. I can't keep going with this voice. Cove's a dork, but not that much of a dork. I love this kid. Thought it was really sweet. How did you know I was doing nothing? Maybe I had plans. Huh, you ever think of that? But it was perfect. I'm glad you thought it was perfect. That made sense. Yeah, it's sweet. He's a sweet kid. His words were nice and expressed real fondness for you, in a strange sort of way. Which is what usually the case was with Cove. Have you had lunch yet? I was gonna do it soon. He shook his head.
Not really.
I haven't really felt like eating because of the heat. Probably should have lunch. I didn't have breakfast this morning. Eat, boy! You're big now. You need food. I get like that sometimes too. Yeah, you should eat properly. You're big. Yeah, you should really eat. Cove looked guilty now that he was chastised for it. Was I chastising him? I was just saying, yeah, you should eat. Yeah, no, I should. As one, you headed to the kitchen. You crossed your arms as you glanced around, wondering what you should scrounge up for a meal. I don't want to eat anything that's warmed up. Is there something cold or not cooked? Yeah. After a bit of back and forth, the two of you concluded that you should raid the fridge and cabinet in order to make sandwiches. With that settled, you had planned to decide on the outside layers first. There was a wide variety to choose from, as everyone in your house had their own favorites. It was white bread, wheat bread, sourdough, mixed grains, gluten-free bread, and pita pockets. That is a large variety of things, yes. Could you take the grain one for me? Sure. Reach for the mixing grains and then made your decision. Huh. Cinnamon swirl bread. Ooh. Cinnamon raisin? Okay. I guess we'll go... That is a lot of bread. How do you have this much bread? Never in my life. Cinnamon swirl it is. Pulled out a cinnamon swirl bread too, setting both items on the counter. Then you had to decide what main ingredients the sandwich would go on. Why are half of these stories about food? I swear to God, half of these stories are about what are we gonna eat. Savory? I mean, I don't know. No. Yeah, it's sweet. It's a cinnamon raisin bread. Cinnamon raisin bread. Savory? How do we have savory on a cinnamon raisin bread? Something sweet would be perfect for this sweltering heat. As for the specific ingredients, how is that even an option? I don't know. Because some people are weird like that. Hazelnut seeds, strawberry jam, apple slices. We should probably put some peanut butter on that, right? Honey? We got honey. Honey, marshmallow fluff. Strawberry jam? How much stuff can we put on here? Yes! And that was everything. What is this Franken sandwich that we just made? You nod to yourself, a quiet hum, satisfied. There is no way all of that stuff is fitting. Everything's an abomination. This absolute abomination. Stuff is just spilling out of the sides. It's more condiments than sandwich. Two of you bustled around the kitchen, opening and closing things in order to collect everything you need for your individual sandwiches. Focus intentionally on assembling your own. For the most part, when you were close to being done, though, you glanced over at your neighbor. Cove was putting a sandwich together delicately, his brow furrowed, tongue sticking out just barely. He takes sandwich making very seriously, even garnishes it with a little bit of parsley. There are open jars of peanut butter and honey near his plate, as well as a banana peel. So he was making a peanut butter, banana, and honey sandwich, and mixed grain bread. Sounds great. It seemed weird. It seemed weird that he didn't have all of the things on it. Would have done at least some things differently. Like, add more of the everything. Curiosity satiated. You turn back to your plate and finish your own creation. By the time you were done, Cove had already cleaned up his workstation. Turned to face you, studying your sandwich briefly. He gave it an incredulous look, but didn't question you about it. Good. You know what he's thinking. He's just like, how the fuck did you get all of that in one sandwich? Done? Yeah. Cool. He waited as you quickly returned the ingredients and cleaned a few utensils. Then two of you collected your respective plates. Both agreed on heading upstairs to hang out in your room. You and Cove entered your bedroom while balancing your food on the plates. Nothing fell, so it was a successful trip. Cove took a seat on the ground, stretching out on the hardwood floor in an attempt to keep a bit cooler. Good idea. We should also probably sit on the ground. He immediately took a big bite of his sandwich, chewed, then hummed happily. Sandwich is really good. At least that's something. At this point, you sat down and started at your own sandwich. Do you guys do anything weird when you eat? Do you do anything weird like humming when you have a good bit of food? I actually do a little dance. I do a little happy food dance when I have good food. Just little quirks. Sometimes they're cute. Sometimes they're weird. It's funny. Umi doesn't know? I'm sure Umi does the weirdest thing. Memo's just weird doing everything. Memo, do you exist right now? That's so weird. Your existence is weird. You're in your condiment soup sandwich. Yeah, my sandwich is actually in a bowl. I have to have my sandwich in a bowl. At this point, you sat down and started at your own sandwich. You nodded. You enjoying yours too. It was okay. Didn't turn out as expected? No. Our sandwich is perfect. Our sandwich is amazing. Obviously, you were pro at making sandwiches. What in the world? Memo, I can't read that. I can't read German. I can't read Russian, Memo. What's wrong with you? Oh, I skipped something. He leaned back on his hands while chewing and glanced around. His every movement was sluggish. Want to do something? Seemed the plan for not doing anything at all had already worn thin, despite his lack of enthusiasm. Yeah, let's do something. How'd you even accidentally change your keyboard? I wouldn't even know how to do that. Rolled his head back, looking up at the ceiling. What about tic-tac-toe? Skylar, just very impressive. Just showing off. Skylar just showing off. Caca! You laughed and suggested but went along with it. I forgot what he suggested for a second. Tic-tac-toe. Yeah, neither of you have much energy for something more taxing. Put your plate to the side and pulled out some markers and scrap paper. As you laid everything on the floor, he scooted back to make more room in front of you. Why are you so close, sir? Can you back up a little bit? Cove picked up one of the markers with his right hand while keeping half a slice of sandwich in his left.
All right.
I want to be X's, so you can go first. I think that's fair. Okay, that works for me. You prepared to note down your first move, marker hovering over the paper. Memo, why are you writing in Japanese? I can't read Japanese. Can you please? Alright. Who's ready for a nice game of tic-tac-toe? Huh? After the first round, you were about to take another bite of your sandwich, when a thought occurred to you. I wonder if anyone turned off the TV downstairs. No, I want to go back to my game. TV was on earlier. No one was really watching. Then everyone started leaving the living room. I know I didn't turn it off. Might be on downstairs with no one there. Cove smiled crookedly at that. Poor show, playing with no one around to enjoy it. What was it? Squinted off to the middle distance, trying to recall the show's name. Feel like it was some kind of crime-solving drama? Yeah, like I would remember anyways. Cove nodded sleepily, his eyes closed, then opened again with some effort. Can you give me any specifics? Maybe I can guess it. Well... Rested your chin on your open palm, ruggedly thinking as hard as you could. I remember there was a woman with long, blonde hair, I think? She was the one solving crimes, like, as a detective or something. There were scenes in a police station. Someone got arrested? You lapsed in silence, both of you thoughtful. Then Cove chuckled. It wasn't that funny, but you joined in the laughter anyway. Ha 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 ha! We clearly don't care. Bro, I don't know. It's too hot to give a shit.
I don't know.
I don't know what that is. Me neither. I just saw it. Good job. Good job, guys. Boom. Another round came and went. Cove grumbled as he readjusted himself. Features were twisted in a grimace. Feels so sticky. We stuck to this floor forever now. I'll have to charge you rent then. You be my new roommate if you want. We got a new roommate. Guys, we have a roommate. And they were roommates. Looks like we'll both be stuck here forever then. I'm sticky too. No way, I'll peel you off if I have to. Ma! Ma, get the shovel! I need to peel Cove off the ground! We should play chess again? Yeah, let's do it. We should play chess again. So you can almost beat me? So you can gloat about how you almost beat me? Are we drawing his face with Sharpie? Okay, let him be stuck there. We'll just draw on his face. Can't do anything about it. Okay, Umi. Catch you later. I'll have to charge you rent it? Yeah, we'll be roomies. We'll be roommates. He smiled slightly at your joking suggestion. That wouldn't be so bad. Couldn't help but smile too, now that you thought about it. Being roommates with Cove would be fun. Then you return to the game. We win. Cove spoke up once more, catching your attention. He was peering down at a piece of paper between you, his expression thoughtful.
Huh.
You know, tic-tac-toe is such a weird name for a game. What does it even mean? Maybe they named it because people played it with ticks and tacks. I've always wondered about that. I'll have to look it up later. It's a really old game. No one's sure what the names come from. I mean, yeah, it is. This is a very old game. Maybe they named it because people play with ticks and tacks. Sure, let's go with that. Cove raised a skeptical brow. He bit back a laugh and feigned seriousness. It makes sense, because they probably didn't have paper and markers back then. Exactly. What about toes? Don't say anything to that. He had you there. With no answer to be found, you returned to the game. You, put your toe on the paper when you were done. I win! Oop! You won. Were you even trying? Not really. Smiled at you in an amused way. Somehow weren't surprised by that, despite Cove being the one who suggested the game in the first place. Started to yawn, his hand coming up to cover his mouth, quickly transitioned into a small laugh. He understood why, yawning just as he said. He was feeling disinterested. It was kind of a funny coincidence. Steal his eyebrows? I mean, we could. I'd go for some eyebrows. He laughed along with Cove. Well, should have taken the challenge more seriously. I wanted to play in the first place. Yeah, you wanted to play in the first place. Not even taking it seriously. Cove just grinned and flopped onto his back, leaving his marker on the floor beside him. Stayed seated, looking your friend over as he stretched himself out. You really are so tall now. I'm very jealous. Cove snickered a bit at the random topic. propped himself up onto his elbows. He propped himself up onto his eyebrows to meet your gaze. Were you even bringing that up? It's not random. Nope, it was very random. Why would I bring that up? I don't want to know. I'm not interested in his height. Stop batting your eyelashes at me. Everyone stop it. You shrugged. It made perfect sense to you to bring it up. My moms were talking about me and Elizabeth growing up, getting bigger and stuff. Been looking in the mirror lately. What kind of stuff? Well, Mom only likes women. Ma likes women too. But not just women. Yeah? Since the two of you were engaged in conversation, Cove got back into a sitting position, brought a knee up and rested his arm atop of it. A wistful expression overtook his face. I wonder where I'll know how I feel about that kind of thing. You don't know? Cove shook his head. I've heard at some point you're supposed to start liking types of people. Guys or girls or whoever.
I don't know.
But I haven't. Nothing's changed. I have to grow up more. And you just don't like anybody. Maybe you like all types of people. That's normal too. Cove seemed to appreciate the thought, if that smile that appeared on his lips was any indication. Okay, what about you? Who do you like? Turned his attention to you, looking encouraging. Nothing. No one. Nope. Nope. You really have physical interest in other people? No, I have none. Didn't really have romantic interest in other people. Nope. Nope. No. Turn your attention to Cove. He was waiting patiently for your response. Yeah. You know, understandingly at your attempt to describe how you felt. No. The answer is no. I feel like no. I feel nothing for no one. It was nice to have people who supported you when it came to who you liked. Or didn't like. He accepted you for who you were too. Aw. You still wonder what he thought about who. No. It's Cove. Cove loves us. Never treated you differently because of your identity. Then he stretched the back of his head, sheepish. I'm not really sure how we ended up talking about all that when we started out just playing tic-tac-toe. Ace arrow, exact. We all know I'm robosexual. We all know I am so not into any humans. They are disgusting. But it was good, I think. I think so too. Cove chuckled a little bashfully and glanced around, clearly scrambling for something else to say. So, have you heard from Lee recently? Yeah, actually. Really glad you brought it up. Conversation took a lighter turn after that, and it felt like you got closer that afternoon. Finally, the blazing sun began to set. To your relief, the air cooled down a bit as a result. Pulled yourself off the floor, as did Cove, some minor complaint. Both stretched your arms, groaning and yawning into your hands. Glanced out your window briefly, taking in the soft reds, pinks, and purples of the late afternoon sky. Somehow, you had made it through the scorching hot day in one piece. Cove turned towards you, motioning toward your window with his chin. Wanna go outside? Might be better out there than it is here now. Sounds good. I could really use some fresh air. Two of you took your time heading downstairs. Stopped briefly to grab a drink of water, then continued on your way. Stepped outside, one after the other, the destination being the familiar hills beside your house. Time of day, we're running away again. What about the TV? Nah, just let it run. We just were making an observation. We weren't going to do anything about it. Skylar, we were never going to turn off the TV. We were just wondering what was on it. And feeling bad for the TV not being watched. This time of day, it was quiet outside. Flowers blew gently in the wind, petals trembling, but stubbornly hanging in there. You felt the breeze cool to your heated skin, and you relaxed your shoulders. Cove closed his eyes, releasing a deep breath. You want them to jump out the windows? I mean, do you jump out the window when it's hot outside? Actually, they would have to jump onto the roof. Wouldn't the roof be hot as hell? They burn their little tootsies. You don't want them burning their tootsies, do you? I really love it out here. I do too. Cove smiled. Tendrils of his hair danced with the wind. Actually, he did change a lot. Cove chuckled, not even attempting to deny your words. Beat passed, but his gaze didn't stray from your own. His voice was impossibly soft when he spoke up again. I'm glad I met you, 22. You're really important to me, you know? That's adorable. You're great, Cove. You're a wonderful kid. Memo, you can float. It is not the same when you jump out of a window. You blushed at the statement. I feel the same. Yeah, I feel the same. You're great, Cove. Voice came out equally delicate from the way his features brightened, though you knew he heard you. And Cove rested an arm on one of your shoulders, leaning against you. Even as the sun disappeared completely and the sky darkened, you and Cove remained side by side for as long as you possibly could. Yeah. Okay. I'm not doing summer work. No, we're not doing that. Why did they hurt their feet on the roof? Because it's hot as balls. You know that roof's hot as hell. Have you never been on a roof before in the hot sun? They're very hot. Very, very hot. Yeah, family. We're not doing summer work. That's not happening. Honestly, can we skip that one? I don't want to do work. Sun warmed your skin from its place in the sky, and you closed your eyes during the mix of heat, the pleasant breeze that drifted past you. You and Lee had spread out a blanket on top of one of the hills behind your house, and had been relaxing there for a while now. Lee had come over earlier in the day, and while a range of activities had been discussed, from staying home, heading down to the beach, picnic on the hill had been the choice you both settled on. Wait, so this is Lee's mom's niece, right? Why are they barefoot? Why wouldn't they be barefoot? They're coming from the room. If we were in our room, we would probably have been barefoot. We would have had to go downstairs to get our shoes to go back upstairs to go out onto the roof. Yeah, their shoes are downstairs. Or Cove has his shoes on in my room and I should kick him the hell out. This is America. Not everyone wears their shoes everywhere in the house. Even in America. A small spread was laid out in front of you. Some bottled water, soft drinks as well as chips and sliced fruit. Sat up and reached for a snack, listening to Lee talk away about the musical she had gotten to see a few days ago. It was unbelievable. No, this is definitely Mom's niece. Pretty sure they have the same colored hair. And, you know, all light-skinned. They were singing, dancing, and crazy stunts. And it was all done live right in front of my face. Maybe one day we could go together. Gotta see more shows like that. They better not have shoes on in my room. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to kick Cove out. We don't want that. I'm gonna make him leave through the window. Honestly, he'd probably prefer it. Smiled at Lee's enthusiasm, knowing how much he enjoyed singing and performing. She was good at it too. You'd gotten the chance to hear her sing a couple of tunes, and you knew she put a lot of effort into it. You also liked to sing, but you weren't very good. You also liked to sing and had talent of your own. You guys tell me, do I have any talent with singing? I like to sing, but you weren't very good. I mean, yeah, I'm sure I've made plenty an ear bleed. But I enjoy singing. I'm glad Memo thinks I'm amazing. I'm glad someone thinks I can sing. And didn't stop you from doing it, though. I wonder, maybe we could put on our own show. Think of how fun it'd be. Could perform for our parents and ask our friends and some other people to come and watch too. It'd totally work. Canada, you don't wear shoes inside? So, yeah, preferable. Yeah, let's do it. You had actually thought about doing something like that before, but never had the chance to. Lee clapped in excitement and bounced on the balls of her feet, beyond happy that you were bored with her idea. on board with their idea. No, I'm very bored with this idea. I'm gonna sing. You want it too? We need to do something else. I should definitely do something else. Do makeup? I'll dance. I'll write the song? Do some kind of stunt that goes to the music. I could write the song. I bet I could write a good song. No, we'll do stunts. We'll get a motorcycle. And we'll jump over a shark tank. Through a flaming hoop. Oh, Daredevil! Can't wait to see what you come up with. Yeah, let's do it. Makeup with Sharpie? That'd be amazing. Is there anything else that's coming to your head? One more thing. I'll do the makeup with Sharpie. Good idea. You were great at that. Is there anything else that's coming to your head? Nah, that's it. I got it. Yes, the Sharpies. It's necessary. Everyone gets winged eyeliner. Permanently. Two of you ran back to your house to grab the supplies you needed, dodging your mom's amused questions before heading back to the blanket to get started. You set up your makeup kit down. You set your Sharpie marker down, scanning the various products and envisioning how you wanted to design the look for the show. Lee and you discussed the plans in detail, settling on a song first, then practicing out the parts for the show. The afternoon passed quickly, the sun drooping lower and lower in the sky. After having thoroughly worked out how the show was going to go, you decided to take a break. And breathe. Oh, you know, we should have invited Cove to watch us practice our show. He could tell us if it was bad before we put it in the real thing. He's smart. That's smart. We should probably have someone tell us that we suck. Should ask him to watch us later. Okay. It's too bad Derek isn't in the neighborhood today. I like him. He's a good person. Yeah, he's a good person. He's a good kid. He's a good kid. I knew you'd think so. So exactly how much do you like him? Or maybe there's someone else that I haven't heard of yet? Lee wriggled her eyebrows at you suggestively. You knew exactly what she was implying. Is there anyone else? Eyebrows, eyebrows. Lee, there's nobody I like right now. No. Lee huffed in disappointment, just pursing her lips together. I don't like humans. I hang out with you because we're cousins. Darn. But you promised to tell me if that changes, right? I'll do it for you. Yeah, I'll tell. If that ever happens, I will tell you. Big fat chance there. It's a deal then. Dang, I thought you might have clicked on the crush one on accident. You were hoping I'd have a crush? Guys, why do you make me play dating sims like this, knowing that people gross me out? Speaking of crushes, there's only one boy I think is pretty cute. Lean back on your elbows and listen as Lee talked about her crush, all in great detail. Spill the tea, sister. It was nice to have her telling you a little gossip for once, rather than always trying to get it out of you. Finally, both decided to pack everything up and head back home for the evening. Wait, you're not gonna tell us? Are you not gonna tell us about your little crush? Rude? Date everything? I mean, there's a game for that. We could do that. We could date everything. Lee talked excitedly about the show as you did. You thought back on what you already accomplished for it. The crush, the memo? Memo, what the hell are you talking about? Stop being weird. Could definitely do with a little more practice. What we had so far was a solid foundation for the performance. Upon walking through the front door, you were met by your moms and Elizabeth hovering around each other in the living room. Better than humans? Most things are better than humans. Tension hung thick in the air as the three of them turned to you and Lee frowning slightly. You had interrupted something. Exactly what, you weren't sure. Wow, who died? Yeah, seriously, who died? What's going on, guys? Ma winced, and almost immediately you knew joking was the wrong thing for this. Really hope no one was actually dead. Oh god, what happened? Guys, what happened?
Oh.
We're just having a talk with your sister. The room fell quiet again, with no one quite knowing what to say. It felt incredibly awkward. The silence didn't last long. You don't have to stop just because those two are here. There's no reason to try keeping it a secret. What happened? What did you do? Lizzie, what did you do? What's in the box? Elizabeth was mad, with her arms folded defensively over her chest, but your mom's nodded in agreement with her.
Well,
Elizabeth was asking about her parents. Oh! Okay. Biological ones. Okay. Why is this such a big deal? I mean, I get why it's a big deal, but, like, why are you angry about it? The world spun around you, and at the news, couldn't understand why this was happening now. When he glanced at Lee, he shuffled her feet uncomfortably, as though she didn't know if she should be there or not anymore. He didn't know either. Your moms had always been open and honest about the fact that neither of them had given birth to you or your sister, but the details hadn't been fully explained before. Oh my god, I was so wrong. She does not have the same hair. Mom does not have the same hair as Lee. I was very wrong. I point that out, even though we're in the middle of a very serious discussion. It made sense that Elizabeth didn't know a lot about her biological parents, wanted to know more. Just, I never thought you'd accidentally stumble into it. I'm just like, why are you being so angry about it? Like, so what? Maybe they have information, maybe they don't. I don't freaking know, man. Elizabeth looked at your... Damn it. Elizabeth looked at your parents expectantly. She wasn't going to let the unintentional interruption derail things. We don't want to keep that information from either of you. It's your right to know your past. But we did want to wait until you asked us to hear yourselves. Well, it's happening now, so... Mom shared the nervous glance, and Ma took a quick breath before speaking again. I adopted you from the Philippines when you were just a baby. Elizabeth dropped her arms, her eyebrows shooting upwards in surprise. Wait, I wasn't born here?
no.
No, you weren't. You could clearly see that your sister was appalled by this information, struggled even more what to do or how to react. Okay, why is it such... You know you're adopted. Like, is it that big of a deal? I'm pretty sure you're still an American citizen. I'm pretty sure that still counts. She didn't know where she was from, though. I mean, like they said, they weren't hiding it. They were just waiting for her to ask. Am I gonna have to pass some tests to even be a citizen?
No.
No, you were adopted into the country. Took care of things. You're already a citizen. You have nothing to worry about. Filed all the laws when it came to bringing a child to the U.S. Nothing can be held against you. Elizabeth sighed, placated with the information, but still far from happy. And culturally, too. Well, yeah. Also, they should let her know what's going on with her culture, at least. She really should have known she was Filipino. That one's kind of important. They dropped the ball on that one. Who are my parents? As people, why did they put me up for adoption in the first place? You really think they know that? They were in a completely different country. Ma softly put her hands over Elizabeth's shoulders, trying to provide some support before she gave her the answer.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry, sweetie. Your parents were reported to have died. They didn't go into details on the specifics of how, but you were an orphan. I wish we had better news for you, Elizabeth. Elizabeth was torn between emotions, her eyes filled with tears as she threw her hands in the air, settling on enraged. Great. So I can never meet them, even if I wanted to. Not that I could have anyway, since they lived in another part of the world when they were still alive. Elizabeth turned her back on you and your moms and stormed off, spinning up the stairs and to her room before anyone could stop her. I have to go talk to her. Ma immediately... I would say leave her be for a minute. She needs to just process everything. Ma immediately started following her, but Mom gently held her by the arm and shook her head. You should give her a little space to process it all. Should have probably known they were dead. I mean, I guess? Not necessarily. Some people just give their kids up. Who knows? Who knows what... Well, I guess we know now. Your mom's head hung low, but she stopped walking. With Elizabeth now gone, the two of them seemed to remember you and Lee were still standing awkwardly off to the side. Sorry you had to see all that. It's not how I expected it would have happened when the time came. That's the topic of the day. 22, anything you'd like to ask? You deserve to know, after all. He patted your back and gave you a supportive look. I mean, I don't really care, but why not? Sure, I'd like to know. We both nodded to sync to your reply, ready to talk. I can leave if you want to leave things be private. No, I want you to be here. It's fine. Yes, we got backstory. Where's the bot from? I mean, most of my parts are from China. But, lore. I was assembled here in the US. Lore, bot lore, let's go! I can do that. He shifted a little closer to you in support, and you were glad to have her there with you. Made you feel a little stronger somehow. Guys, you don't need to take it so seriously. I don't actually care. Not the Philippines? I don't know. Let's find out. Turn your face your parents again. Wait, what if me and Elizabeth are actually siblings? That'd be so cool. Turn to face your parents again, preparing yourself for what they were about to tell you. Mom was first to speak, her voice quivering with emotion. You were adopted as a baby, 2 years after Elizabeth. We used a different organization that time, and you were adopted within the US. Ah, damn it. Sorry to tell you, 22, your parents had also passed away. No other family member took you in, if there were any. That's why we wanted to wait until you asked. We didn't want to suddenly drop that on your lap. We wanted you to be prepared.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, 22. Lee gave you a reassuring squeeze on the arm to show she was there for you. Thank you for telling me. It's not your fault. You didn't kill them, right? You're trying to lighten the mood, but your moms didn't seem any less grim. Like, guys, relax. I was a baby. I don't know them. It's fine. Assembled in the USA. Confirmed. Told you. Thank you for listening, 22. If there's anything else you wanted to know, all you have to do is ask. We'll do our best to answer any questions you have.
Are you okay?
How are you feeling now? Are you going to be okay? I don't care. Lee watched you closely, as though judging how exactly she would react to what was going on. I feel fine. No, I don't care. I feel fine. Guys, it's fine. Nobody cares. Elizabeth cares a lot. I don't understand why, but it's fine. I don't care. Spoke with a refreshed tone, as though you had a load off. Your mom smiled sadly, but you knew they believed you. No one seemed to have any words after that. You went up to your room. You need to stay here with your moms. You wanted to get out of the house. Maybe we should go talk to Elizabeth? Let's see how Lizzie's doing. I don't think you could be prepared to hear that your birth parents are dead. I mean, yeah, you're right. That would probably be a shock to most people. But again, robot, no feelings. Don't care. You were worried about Elizabeth, even though she had been so angry when talking to your moms about everything. You could see she was clearly sad. You headed over the stairs and up to her room. Why am I outside? He asked Lee to go with you. Sure. Let's talk about it. She nodded and followed near behind, waiting in front of your sister's door. Raised a hand to knock on it. There's no answer for a good minute or two, and when you jiggled the handle, you found it was locked. Press killed the people that assembled you. That would be the best lore ever. I was assembled, but there was a glitch, and I murdered my creators. And then I got adopted by some lesbians. How's that for 22 lore? Raising your hand again, you knock louder this time, thinking she must have her headphones on, and so couldn't hear you. When she didn't answer the door a second time, it was clear to you that she either still couldn't hear, she was just straight up ignoring you. Aww. It hurt to be shut out, especially right now. You went up to your room, and wanted to get out of the house. We'll just go to her room. We've been out all day. Yandere mom murdered Lizzie's parents. I want that child. We're taking the child. Yeah, your parents were mysteriously murdered somehow, and then we adopted you. We have never been to the Philippines before. I don't know what you're talking about. We're safely behind your closet, closed bedroom door. Let out a heavy breath before heading over to take a seat on your bed. Lee watched you from where she sat on your desk chair and gave a sad sigh in commiseration. You guess she didn't really know what she could do to help, but she was still trying to be supportive in any way she could. So, what do you want to do? Can I help? Nothing you can do. Do you think of me as family?
Trust me.
Of course I do. I'm so happy we get to know each other and hang out and that we're related. Gave her a grateful smile, feeling your heart lighten a little more. Yay! I think you're family too. Adoption can be dicey. Yeah, I guess. Paced over and sat next to you in the bed, and you sat quietly together as time passed. I don't know. I have an adopted cousin. He's still my cousin. I don't feel any differently about him. I don't know. That's how I feel about it. A sudden knock drew your attention, causing you to sit up straight. When you realized it wasn't coming from the door, but the window, your head snapped towards it. Lee did the same, looking a little uncertain if she should be worried by this development or not. Oh, it's just Cove. Don't worry about him. He's cool. Oh, that the companies work? Oh yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure it's a fucking nightmare. Didn't even have to question who it was. There was only one person who would come tapping at your window, especially at night. Moved closer and looked out. Sure enough, seeing the familiar head of a green hair on the other side of the glass. In only a moment, you had the window unlatched and open for him to enter. Cove pulled himself in through the window with ease, sitting straight in your room, dusting himself off. Lee tried not to let the display break the seriousness of the situation for her. Seriousness? This is not serious. You're fine. We're fine. Don't worry about it. Cove, what are you doing here? When he saw you, he seemed worried, and he ran a hand through his hair before speaking. He came to the front door. He wanted to just come by, but your moms told me they didn't know if you should be bothered right now. That I should come back later. No, they wouldn't have said it, like, if you weren't working on some school stuff or whatever. So I got worried. That something bad might happen. Then you climbed up the side of my house. And then I climbed up the side of your house. It's so serious. It's so serious, and I do not care. In the slightest. It's funny. Everyone's being all sensitive. I'm just like, guys, I don't give two shits. It's fine. He smiled, feeling unrepentant for disregarding your mom's ruling.
I mean...
How else was I supposed to get in? You couldn't quite believe he had really shown up for you like this, but then again, you shouldn't have been surprised. He was always there for you.
Are you okay?
Well, what happened? Cove pulled your desk chair next to your bed and sat down, his long legs bent in front of him. Fidgeted a little with your bed covers, not quite knowing what to say, but he's willing to wait. What's not going on right now? It's nothing. Thank you for calling. Glad you're here. My parents are dead! My parents are dead! Cove froze at your outburst, except for his mouth, which fell open. My biological ones, before my mom was adopted in me. I love that. I'm just so cool, calm. It's just like, my parents are dead! Without having to say anything else, Cove reached out and pulled you into a tight embrace, feeling your warmth enveloping you. Sorry, I'm 22. The words were whispered comforting into your shoulder. I'm okay. I'm okay. God, I'm just fucking with you, dude. I'm glad you are. Still, you didn't let go. Can you explain everything to me? Nodded softly before taking a heavy breath, launching into the story. Cove sat quietly and listened attentively, nodding every now and then, or taking in a sharp inhale. Silence settled between you and Cove sat quietly for a moment, contemplating everything you had said. When he finally spoke, his voice was quiet, drifting through the night towards you. Number 22.
I'm so sorry.
I'm really sorry about what happened to your parents. So sorry. Stepped suddenly and took a deep breath and took in a deep, shaky breath. And he got to the impression he was struggling with what was right to say. Don't care. Don't care. Don't care. Shrugged his shoulders, not knowing how to feel. I don't care. It's fine. Everything was so overwhelming. It was difficult to get a good grasp. It's really not. I don't care. Number 22, you're not doing anything wrong. You know that, right? Think that you can be as sad as you want, for as long as you need. Then you can feel okay about whatever you want to. He sighed, ran a hand through his hair. As he looked out toward the window.
It's okay.
I guess what I'm trying to say is, whatever you feel about it is how you feel about it. You don't have to force yourself to be different. You don't know how to do human emotions. Yeah, humans are weird. Cried in relief. Thank you, Cove. He nodded. Thanks, buddy. His words had made you feel better. You knew it was true. You didn't have to apologize. Make any excuses for the way you felt about it. Or lack of feeling about it. Cole smiled at you a little. You could tell he was trying to be comforting. Thanks, guys. Again, robot, no feelings. You don't need to comfort me. I don't feel anything about the situation. Your mom's definitely didn't. It didn't matter if you're not blood related. You're definitely family. I could see that. And I hope you can too. Felt the reassurance in his eyes. Cousin tried not to interrupt your explanation or Cole's response to it. When the opportunity arose, she made it clear she shared the same sentiment. This game does not know I'm a bot. This game was made for humans. I feel discriminated against. Where's the bot representation? Knock on the door made you look up. Though, before you could even move, it swung open and Elizabeth stood in your doorframe. Oh, good! Elizabeth's here. She walked closer. You didn't quite know what to do or what she was planning on saying.
So?
Would you mind going? I want to talk to just 22. You can come back. It's not going to be forever or anything. Both seemed equal parts concerned and skeptical. Leaving now wasn't a concept that thrilled him. He wasn't exactly jumping to go, so she checked with you quietly. What do you think? You can't ask that. Yeah, no. I want to talk to you too. Yeah, come on.
Really?
Elizabeth needs a minute. Oh. Then we're on the same page. She made a little move along gesture with her hands, and it was settled. She's so fucking rude. Waited until the two of you were alone before fixing her with an inquisitive look. Elizabeth folded her arms, looking you over. Moms tell you about your parents too? My birth parents are also dead. Elizabeth broke eye contact after that.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. Why do you want to talk to me? I want to see you and you didn't even answer. I went to see you and you didn't even answer. Elizabeth raised an eyebrow at the news.
What?
I didn't hear anything. Shutting everything out with the loud music was very typical of your sister. You didn't feel much less confused though. Why'd you stop doing that then? She shook her head, as though the answer should have been obvious. I was worried about you. I was the one who brought it up, but I made you deal with whatever was left when I was gone. Sighed, glanced upward for a moment before settling on you once more. I wanted to ask you what happened without everyone breathing down our necks. Big after you just bail. I'm amazed you noticed that was unkind. I know, right? Elizabeth, not thinking. Thank you for thinking of me. I'm mad at you. I'm not mad at you. Stuck her nose up a little at that, but her smile was soft. I mean, yeah, it's normal for people to freak out like that. You humans freak out about a lot of things. I just find it curious. I'm okay, Elizabeth. It didn't upset me. How are you allowed to be this mature? Light and spirit, because I don't have human emotions to weigh me down. The lighting spirits in her were quickly gone, and she slipped back into a scowl. You have to be born in the US to become president. What? You had never heard of that dream of hers before. She noticed your bafflement and continued. I get I was never going to be president, but it just feels weird, having stuff taken away, not even getting the chance at it. I don't like having to know that when I was born, I was going to have a completely different life. So different, I can't even think about what I'd look like in my head. Could have spoken another language, lived away from everything I've ever seen here. someone else as my sibling. And then my parents died, and I was adopted. And the life I got became a totally new thing forever. I can't go back to what it was, even if I wanted to. Heaviness settled between you and the person who became your sister. Felt like that too. I don't really understand. It's whatever. It is what it is, man. This is what life is. We don't get that choice. I mean, you could have been thinking about a different life when you had your parents too. Like, it is what it is. I can't see the other stuff as being my life. The one I have is what my life is, and everything else is only what didn't happen. Elizabeth watched you seriously. She was still trying to make sense of this to you, and herself. I don't know why today was the day. Nothing came up to make me ask the question. It was just something I've had on my head for a while. It was just me and Mom's in the living room. I just kind of said it, finally, and there you go. Shifted from one foot to another, relaxing her stance just a bit. She also spoke more gently. Learning about them and what happened doesn't change how I feel about our family, 22. He smirked, fixing you with sharp eyes. I'd already figured a long time ago that Moms weren't our biological parents. That wasn't news. Yeah, I didn't think they were hiding that. I mean, I thought she was Ma's daughter, because they have very similar skin tones. But, you know, either way, makes sense. Technically, one of them could have been related to you. Yeah, one of them could have been. Moms can have kids, just not both together. Sad she only have a relationship with the culture. Yeah, it is kind of sad. But, again, this is America. That happens a lot. True, we're not half white or Native Hawaiian, so no, neither of them could have been my mom.
Nice try.
Nice try, smart Alec. Wait, Ma's Hawaiian? I thought she was black. Okay. Good to know. Nothing about the family I was first born in would have made me decide that this wasn't my family anymore. I had hoped you'd be free of my big sisterly status. Don't think you're so lucky. She bumped her shoulder against yours playfully. Her lips tilted at the corners. Knew she was Hawaiian. I forget things. Shush.
You'll always be my little sibling.
Aw, that's sweet. Do I have to? Alright, softly. Jokingly groaned at the prospect, bumped her back. You know what? This is a hugging moment. I don't really want to touch her, but it is a hugging moment. Sure, let's have our little full house moment. Took a few seconds, but gave you a quick squeeze in return. You'll always be my family too. I think I'm really lucky. Sure. Chuckling, she seemed pleased with how the conversation had gone in the end. She'll probably head downstairs and make sure Moms are okay. Been a long day for everybody. He gave her a nod. Down we go. Oh, yay, huggies. Huggies for everyone. Everyone get your huggies now, because you're not getting it again. You met up with Lee in Cove, just outside the room. You made the short trip to the lower floor of your home together. The familiarity of it all felt nice. When you stepped into the living room, you found your moms quietly sitting together at the kitchen table. They both got to their feet when they noticed the arrival, and Ma gave you a careful smile. It seemed they were too concerned to really register that Cove was inexplicably here now. Why? Why do you have words that are hard to say? Make it stop. Despite being turned away at the door earlier. We're so glad to see you. Hi. just hi. Sorry for walking. No, I'm not sorry. Everything's alright. That's wonderful, sweetheart. Really wonderful. Ma then came over and wrapped her arms around you and Elizabeth, giving you a tight hug. It didn't take long for Mom to join in, putting her arm around the both of you.
Love you.
Really couldn't have asked for better, kiddos. We love you. More than we could ever say. Moms! Smiled at their comfort. So glad your moms were alright. You're smooshing me! Oh, stop it! Why do I have trouble saying words? Because words are hard. English is hard. Lots of hugs. Everyone get your hugs in now. This is the last time. This is the last time you're getting a hug. No touchy. You all chuckled, the rumble of laughter shaking you all as you continue to hold each other tight. And love you too. They both pulled back eventually and grinned at the two of you. You knew that you all had each other. You always would. Well now, since we're all here, how about we do something together as a family? Memo gets the hugs. Memo gets huggies. For now. Get it while it's hot. And then no touchy. That sounds like an excellent idea. We should have some fun before the night's over.
Totally.
I love the sound of that. Oh, we're gonna do our contest now? Our performance? Yeah, okay. Why not? You had the smile that threatened to tilt your lips, knowing that Elizabeth must have been in good mood if she hadn't even teased Cove for being part of it. No matter what she could have said about it, you wanted him to be there. The two of you have practically grown up together over the past 5 years. Who's got a suggestion? Should be something we can do here in the house with everyone in the same room. Suddenly remembered the show you and Lee had been working on earlier. Maybe we can do our show? Whoop. Yeah, maybe we can do our show. Yeah, let's do it. The show? This is the first time we're hearing of this. I'm intrigued. It would be amazing if you put it on for us to watch. Oh yeah, I need to see what you've cooked up. That'd be cool. He smiled at Lee. He returned the gestures while bouncing on her heels in excitement. Yes! Everyone, bring out the dirt bike! And we're gonna set the hula hoop on fire. Let's do this! Take some seats and we'll get everything together. Your moms collected the chairs from around the dining table and set them in a row in the living room, where there were enough space for the show. While they did that, you and Lee quickly gathered the supplies you need and rehearsed the plan one last time. Listened through the song you had chosen one last time. You then made sure to grab your bicycle, helmet, knee pads from your bedroom and strap them on. Are we actually gonna do a motorbike trick? Are we getting on our dirt bike and doing tricks? That'd be awesome. Yeah, you can definitely do all of that in the living room. Absolutely. It'll be amazing. We have a very big living room. After that, we quickly applied the makeup. Looks like you had practiced earlier. Then the two of you returned to the living room. Everyone was sitting and chatting amongst themselves while they waited. The group quieted down, and you and Lee stood in front of them on your makeshift stage. Lee was buzzing quietly with excitement beside you. Felt nervous. Nope. I am pumped. Let's do this. The time you and Lee put into practicing was worth it. You're ready to go. The Sharpies. You put on your Sharpie marker. Okay, so, welcome to our show. We only came up with it today, but we promise it'll be good. Thank you for being here tonight. No refunds. No refunds, everybody. Laughter rippled through the mini audience. Then you nodded at Lee that you were ready to begin. Lee took in a deep breath, running a few beats took to get to the song and started singing. You performed your stunts to the sounds of gasp and applause from the audience. The makeup you had done to yourself and Lee made the show feel much more like a real production. Real production of Face Off. No! Don't mark my face, please. I'll never get it off. When the performance was over, Lee took your hand in hers. The two of you bowed deeply together. Everyone gave you a round of applause and cheered for the encore. When you straightened yourself up, you were happy to see that even Elizabeth was clapping for you. Bravo! Bravo! You were so talented. Yay! You were awesome! I broke so much stuff! Family rose from their seats and came over to congratulate you more directly. We were beaming from ear to ear. Cove was the first to approach, stepping up to you and Lee with a smile on his face. Nice job. Where are my flowers, Cove? Clove? Where are my flowers, Cove? You're supposed to bring me a bouquet of flowers for a great performance. How dare. Thank you. You're so great with those tricks, 22. It was cool. Thanks. It was pretty good, huh? Luckily, we had a crowd who's easily impressed. Talking about me, aren't you? Maybe. Ghost chuckled and shook his head. Clover is your flower. I guess it is now. Hey, Were you the one who did the makeup? Yeah, that was me. Cole smiled, content over his guess being correct. I mean, who else walks around with a Sharpie marker and just marks on people's faces all the time? It had to be you.
Not bad.
I thought so. It was good. Couldn't help but feel pleased that he could recognize your talent so easily. How could you guess? How could you ever guess that the Sharpie marker was me? That's some great deductive reasoning there, Sherlock. Parents gushed about how great everything was and thanked you for sharing it with them. Elizabeth was complimentary in her own way, though she did describe the show as cute, which you knew she meant as kind of kiddie. Hey, shut up. Just because we're younger than you. I'm sorry my death-defying stunts weren't enough to impress you. I was, like, jumping over fire. I was on a tightrope and everything. I dived into a tiny pool. What more do you want from me? You laughed it off, however, and we're just happy that everybody had a nice time. In that moment, you couldn't have been more pleased to be part of the family you had. That was sweet, and cute, and adorable. Now we have to do homework. How many more Dereks are there? There's 2 more Dereks. Alright. Let's get our summer schoolwork over with. I don't wanna do homework. God, that's so lame. What is homework over summer break? This is stupid. You stared out the window, watching the scenery pass by as your mom drove down the quiet streets at a leisurely pace. Singer crooned sweetly from the radio, turned low enough that you could block it out if you wanted. Turned away from the window when your mom suddenly spoke up. Well, kids, are you excited to be going to the library? I guess? You don't sound so sure there, 22. Mom wasn't wrong. It is what it was. It was what it was. Yes. The thing I've been saying. Books! Yeah, I'm so excited about books! But your real interest lay elsewhere. Taking your trip down the library used to be kind of fun when you were a kid. But that was different from right now. Yeah, I have to go do schoolwork. This sucks.
So,
What about you, Cove? We're at the conversation too.
not really.
Not really. If I don't have school stuff to do, I'll probably be somewhere else.
I see.
I get it. I wasn't so keen on the library in my day either. Really? Well, no. Unless you count under 6-year-olds as my day. She grinned over the two of you briefly. Mom refocused on driving, humming along with the radio under her breath. She went back to staring outside. As she passed one street, caught a glimpse of someone in brightly colored clothing passing out balloon animals. Sparked a faraway memory. You felt your lips twitching up before consciously remembering why. How long ago was it that you and Cove watched the amazing Alexander performing magic tricks? I wonder if he's still performing. Huh. Maybe we'll see him. Hey Cove, you remember that one guy? Cove waited, and he took the moment to elaborate. Alexander. The amazing Alexander. Gave us dolphin balloons for free? At this reminder, Cove smiled faintly. Oh, yeah. Wonder if he's ever there now. Maybe we should go more often to check. Maybe. That was the first time we ever went down to the street together, I think. I miss my balloon. He was a good dolphin for that one afternoon. I had him. Alright, he flew off. Wait, did he fly off or did he pop? I think he flew off. Poor Cove. One good thing happens and then it's just taken away from him. Yeah. Hey Cove, what are you going to name your balloon? You never told me. Oh, I don't know. Can't remember what kid me was thinking. Probably something obvious, like Flipper. Isn't that what I was gonna call him? Couldn't help the way your own smile curled up higher at the sentiment. You wanted to say something else, couldn't quite think of what, and so just settled back into your seat. When silence filled the car again, you returned your attention to the window. It was an absolutely gorgeous day. You leaned your face into the sunshine, tempted to close your eyes as the gentle rays warmed your cheeks. That sounds wonderful. 22? Huh? Lifted yourself up a bit more, seeing a mom twisting her torso to face you, views from the front seat of the car. Next to you was nothing. Cove's car door was already open. You had reached the destination before you even realized it. How far away is this library? I didn't think we'd have to drive that far just to go to the library. I was asking what time should I pick you two up? Oh, 4 should be okay. That should give you enough time to finish your summer assignments or at least make a large enough dent. Thanks, Mom. You hopped out of the car, remembering to grab your backpack at the last second. Alright then, have fun you two. Yeah, fun. Mom snorted, but she couldn't help pouting a little. Beautiful afternoon like this, you were going to the library to do homework. Why couldn't we go on a rainy day? Why couldn't we go on a day that it sucked? Two of you went right to the door of the library. Cove reached it first and tugged it open, stepping inside. Kept it propped open so you could pass through behind him. The air was much cooler inside the building than it had been for a few seconds you spent outdoors. Space was filled with soft din of papers being moved and whispered voices. Hey, you seem kind of distracted on the ride here. Just enjoying the day. Excited to see Derek? Are we supposed to see Derek? I'm just enjoying the day. I was just enjoying taking a quick nap in the sun. Cove looked dubious at the vague answer. Okay. What? Does you think it's nice out? I do. Every day is sunny. We're in California. Every day is sunny. His study buddy was standing at the front of the library by a long rack of magazines. Predictably, he was flipping through one of the various sports players in the cover, looking tense enough to burst off the page. His head snapped up when you walked over, beaming widely. Hey, number 22, Cove. Hi, were you waiting for a while? Not super long. Derek put the magazine back in his place. Then he gestured to the space at his side. Most of the tables were empty, only a few people leafing through the books. So now that Derek's here, did this story just get longer? Every time Derek's around, the story gets longer. There's plenty of room. In unspoken agreement, the three of you started moving towards the seating area, Derek taking 2 steps over one of Cove's. Let's hope not. Oh, guess what? I'm pretty sure I've mastered the fake shop. I'll show you some other time. Derek looked over to gauge the level of interest. You know it? Soccer's not really for me. All the sporty stuff Cove liked was beach-related. Surfing, snorkeling, bodyboarding. And he never played games that involved working on a team. Even volleyball had to be one-on-one. How does it go? Derek's eyes flashed with excitement as he explained.
Okay.
Well, move the ball like you're going to go one way, and then... He demonstrated by running a few steps ahead, showing off some fancy footwork. Do it like this, so it does it like that. You laughed, bobbing your head at his attempt to get the trick across with no ball. It had to be something pretty cool, seeing what it could do for real back when you helped him babysit. Shh. 3 of you looked over at the checkout desk. The librarian stood behind it and was wearing a deep frown. Oh. We're not even being loud. God, lady, shut up. You be quiet. Have you guys ever seen all that? Have you guys ever seen the librarian? Quiet! This is a library! Everyone pipe down! She's just doing construction in the back. Starts playing a trumpet. Doing a whole ass music session in the back. Everyone's just like, hey lady, you're being loud. Quiet! This is a library! I love it. You felt bad or apologetic. You didn't think it was a big deal. It is not a big deal. Calm down, lady. Turned away, rolling your eyes. There's practically no one here. Who are you disturbing by being a little loud? Derek scratched his cheek, choosing not to let that derail things.
Oops.
So, what are you guys working on? What weren't you working on? Yeah, we have to do an entire year's worth of schoolwork now. There's some things you had gotten us. No, I didn't. I always save things for the last minute. Yet to start a single assignment, sadly. You had yet to start a single assignment because you didn't feel like it. Yeah, that sounds like me. That's a me thing. You had a few assignments to work on, but you hadn't sat down and decided which to focus on this afternoon or anything. You just grabbed all of them and checked them into your backpack. Figured you could pick when the time came. I think I'll work on my history assignment. Got some math problems I need work. I don't care. Yeah, I don't care. It's whatever. I'll just do whichever I pull out of my bag first. Some summer reading to do. I have to go through an assigned book. Well, I'm going to do that later, since it doesn't need extra references or anything. What about you two? I got a few worksheets. They look pretty easy, but my school gave us 3 books to read. Can't they just stick with one? Okay, what was your favorite class in school? What class was your favorite, and what was your least favorite? Which one did you absolutely hate? I bet you guys are going to say math. I bet you guys hated math. It's just like 90% of people hate math, so safe to say. I'm doing a timeline for history. You all found a table close to the tall bookshelves and set up camp. Everyone, welcome to Shut Up Camp. Within seconds, pencils and folders and books were strewn on the surface. Fate, don't let me down. Closing your eyes, you reached into your bag and pulled out a textbook. You opened your eyes to find your math book before you. The matter had been settled. Spanish is best. Spanish is best. I wish I remembered anything from Spanish class. Focused on your work. You doodled? No, we'll focus. Everyone's focusing. We're focusing now. Pretty confident that you could get it done before your mom was set to return. Check the requirements on the homework sheet your teacher had given you, and opened up your textbook with the pages you needed. After some time, Cove shifted in his seat, twisting his back as if trying to work knots out of it. Feeling cooped up? Yeah, I'm gonna get up for a little while. Okay, I'm gonna stay here. Making good progress. Good job, Derek. You got this. You got this, sportsman. I got a game that can teach you Spanish. Is there one? That'd be dope. I'll come with you. No, we'll stay. We're doing work. We're doing work now. You just go. You go loosen them joints. You don't want to break your concentration and have to get back to it. Got on with your work. Kept your head down and tried to keep your mind on the task at hand. Derek's pen continued scratching against the paper as you stared down at your own work, thinking about what to do next. Didn't even realize that Derek had stopped writing until a question caught your attention. Weird to think that we'll be back to school soon, huh? Yeah, no school year. Are you looking forward to it? I wouldn't say I was looking forward to it. The year's gonna be the year. The year of what?
Right.
The year I'm on the team. Aw, Derek, you're still too short. Played a game, but I forget if you had to know stuff already. I know some stuff. I know a little bit of Spanish. Como estás? Muy bien, gracious. No, I'm a little better than that. I'm a little better than that. My God. He pumped his fist in the air and momentarily became too loud for a library again. Right, which one? Football like George or real ball like Nicholas? Real ball. That made him chuckle. I don't know yet. You should play real ball. Why not both? Why not both? Yeah. That'd be pretty sweet. But I need to give it my all, whatever it is. Can't split my focus forever. Thing is, I haven't figured out how I'm gonna pick. You sound like an old white man. I did it on purpose. I swear, I sound better than that. Hola, ¿cómo está? Muy bien, gracias. See? I'm way better than that, I promise. I promise I'm not that white. I'm not white, guys. I promise you. Thing is, I haven't figured out how I'm gonna pick. Thank God. Come on. You guys have no faith in me. None whatsoever. I have time to practice and get real good if I stuck with just one. You know how hard it is to get in time for that. I don't know. What makes you happy? Pick the one you do best already. I don't know. Yeah, just do what makes you happy. Might be playing both. Might be happier being better. But hey, how about you? What's the new school year got in store for you? Learn a new skill? Well, I guess sports team too. Naps if I'm lucky. Naps. I wanna nap. Just don't get caught. You continue swapping visions of the year ahead until Cove returned. With a start, you realized that a solid 15 minutes had slipped by, and it only felt like a few moments. With fresh minds, you all turned back to your work. Do you sound like an old white man? No, I don't think anyone wants that. Nobody wants old white man. Back in my day, you damn kids. When I was in school, I had to walk barefoot in the snow, uphill, both ways. Kids don't know how you got it. Why is it so good? No, I don't like sounding like a white man. I don't like sounding like an old person. Sorry, that was just my actual voice. This voice that I'm doing, this is just me making something up to make you guys feel comfortable. This is what I actually sound like. This is my real voice, guys. I'm just old and tired. Brenda, where's my whiskey? But it is old man. How dare? How dare? How dare you refer to me as a man? Fucking rude. Fresh minds, you all turned back to your work. Sound of shuffling dragged you out of your head. You looked up, surprised to see Derek packing up. You're done? Derek casually shrugged, but you could tell he felt proud to be the first finished. Uh-huh. Told you, wasn't anything hard. Wish mine was that easy. Was it even worth coming to the library for that? Alright, what are you gonna do now? Wondered how Derek was going to spend his newfound freedom.
Maybe.
Who's Brenda? I have dementia. I don't know who Brenda is. It's just Brenda. I just called some lady Brenda. I don't know who Brenda is. I don't know who that lady is. I've gone senile. I could look over at what you're doing. May have gotten some tips that'll help. That'd be great, thanks. Sure. That'd be great.
I got
Give me the tips. I gotcha. The smile, Derek leaned over your part of the table. Took some time to get the gist and point you in the right direction, before turning it back over to you. Derek leaned on the back of his feet. Okay, I'm gonna look around while you guys finish. See ya. Bye.
Bye.
I have no secrets. I have no secrets from you. I'm just senile. I don't know what to tell you. I'm just a senile old bot. Later on, Cole shifted on his seat, closing his books as he looked over the notes he'd been taking. Glancing away, contemplated what you had done thus far too. You'd finished everything? I'm sure I finished most of it. Just as you thought, it hadn't been that difficult. You were sure you'd be able to complete your other work next time. Derek's advice made it easier in the end. Are you ready? It's almost 4. Yeah, I think so. Come on. Both of you gathered up your books, and after returning the ones you'd used for reference to their proper shelves, set off to find whatever Derek had wandered off to. Do it for me, Derek. What do you want Derek to do? Do you want Derek to be great? Oh, you want Derek to do the assignments for you. God, my brain had to work for that one. Derek, I just want you to do my homework for me. Please? Please, Derek? How do you know the name of your soul? How do you know the name of your soul? I thought you just found it on the ground. You just told me you found it. Memo, how did you obtain this soul? Memo, how did you obtain that soul? He was in the biography section. His back was to the two of you. He had above his head and others supporting himself against the shelves as he strained to grab one of the books. Hey, Derek, we're ready. Oh, okay. Glanced toward the sound of your voice, then up toward the shelf he was trying to reach. Didn't get that for you. Followed his gaze, then took the book off the shelf for him. You know what? It was just give him a hand. Here you go. He held the book out for him. Just stared up at you speechless. Till he eventually accepted the book from your hand and squeaked out a small reply with flushing cheeks. Thanks. You're welcome, shortstop. I do need to know that. That seems very important for me to know, Memo. Why are we spending more time with Derek? He's here. Because we get plenty of time with Cove. And then the three of you moved to the front of the library and wait for your rides. Stood close to the window and let out a content sigh, feeling the rays warm from both. Whoop! Feeling the rays warm you from slightly chilly library interior. Wish my assignments were more exciting. Nah. I wish I didn't have to do this. Any plans after this? Gonna work on my technique. Can't get rusty while school's out. That answer was inevitable. Technique for what? Soccer! What about you two? Consider the question, mostly in the case your moms had something penciled in for the evening that you'd forgotten. Nothing's planned. Me either. Oh, that's my dad's car. Dick lifted the hand to wave, pushing the door open and heading toward the blue pickup truck waiting in the parking lot. Don't think Cove likes us? I mean, compared to Derek, no. Derek almost confessed to us. Cove was nowhere near confessing. So, yeah, maybe Derek liked us more. We had somehow spent even more time with Derek than with Cove. We didn't spend that. We were studying. We were just there studying. I don't know what you're talking about. Then again, no, because we spent all sorts of days with Cove. It's just off-screen. We spent a lot of off-screen time with Cove. The stories are much longer with Derek. That is true.
Talk to you later.
See you, 22. Bye, Cove. Derek's stories are way longer. They're like 2 hours long. Like, jeez. Derek, go home already. Leave us alone. Why are the days so long when you're around? Watch Derek jog off before scanning the area for your mom. Did you get everything done? Yeah, sort of. Saw you're basically done. Smiled, impressed. Felt pretty good about that. Feel like I'll need to come back to the library again before summer's over. I'll come with you. Still have those books to read anyway. Smiled at the idea, despite not working on the same thing. It'd be nice to have some company. I'm good with that. Hey, do you want to do something with me after this? Oh, sure. Cove seemed eager toward the offer. You haven't exactly expected him to say no, but the agreement still made you happy. Two of you smiled at each other. Even with Cove, Derek shows up for a long-ass time. Very true. God, Derek just doesn't want to go home. I think he just doesn't want to go back to his brothers. He's like, no, please, let me stay with you. Otherwise, I gotta go back to them. It wasn't long before you spied your mom's car coming down the road. There she is.
All right.
Time to go then. Climbed into the car, sliding into your usual seats and buckling the belts. Hey kiddos, did you get a lot done? Yeah.
Nice.
Nice. The car shifted into action. You watched as the library shrunk into the distance. Wouldn't be the last time you saw it this summer, but at least you knew you were going to have company. Fielded questions from Mom while you tried to juggle conversation with Cove. Then she learned you two were planning on returning. She immediately offered to give you a ride next time. Continued to answer Mom questions about what you've been working on, then told her about your plans to stick with Cove after getting back. But soon enough, the trip was over. You had arrived back to your neighborhood. Cove had run over to his house real quick to drop off his stuff. He also made a pit stop to put your backpack away before heading out again. Two of you were grouped in the middle of the road, halfway between your houses. With everything wrapped up, you can now freely enjoy the rest of the afternoon. Conversation resumed, and both began walking down the street together. Dots. This afternoon came and went. Really? We're not gonna get any of that time together? No conversation? No, we walked up, went to the park, nothing? Just like, and then we went out, and now we're back. Damn, bro. Does this game that is centered around Cove even like Cove? They're straight up taking away Cove time, trying to push us with Derek. God. Okay. The afternoon came and went. Dinner was eaten, and we're cleaning up the dishes left behind from it. Skip Cove time. Just straight up skip over Cove time. Damn. Why does Cove's game hate us? Why does Cove's game hate Cove? They need to do that with Derek. Seriously, can we skip a little bit of Derek? We don't need to skip a lot, just a little bit. Can we just skip a little bit of Derek? Cove had elected to stay for the meal today. Passed you a couple plates to rinse in the sink. Even though he didn't have to, Cove asked to do it at least something to help. He scrubbed the last of them and let out a satisfied sigh. Okay, they're done. We're going upstairs now. You addressed your guest for the evening. Are you gonna come with me? Yeah, I don't have to go back till later. Take it easy, kids. Thank you for your help. When you got back to your room, you noticed your backpack from earlier. Figured it would be best to unpack the stuff you needed before going to bed. Sorry, but I don't want to babysit. Why can't they just skip those parts? Yeah, why can't we just skip the babysitting parts? Tired of those kids. Sure, Skylar would appreciate it. You know what? If we drown the children, that would skip all the babysitting parts. Cove plopped onto your desk chair and spun around a bit as he got comfortable. He watched you contentedly as you walked across the room. Didn't need or expect you to try entertaining him constantly. It was just nice to be near each other, even when nothing was going on. You hefted your bag up onto the bed, sunk into the comforter. With that, you started to sort through the books and paper pockets. Not all of it were things you'd need anytime soon. A small pile of the most important assets began to grow at the side of your backpack until you'd gone over it. You had actually finished flipping through the contents, but that wasn't all of your work. Memo has made enemies with the creator of this game. Just like, I hate you so much. How could you take away Cove time and replace it all with Derek? And those damn kids. You instinctively pulled the opening closer to you and peered inside. Second look through commenced, and then a third. Then you began to open the smaller pockets. You're missing your math assignment. Number 22? At this point, Cove could tell something was wrong. It was part of your summer work that you had gotten done, and now it was gone. It hadn't been that noteworthy before, but the bag wasn't really zipped when you had first begun to look through. The book could have fallen out somewhere, if you had it in the first place. You were upset by the revelation, but made yourself stay calm. Nah. Shrug. Meh, oh well. It was pretty lousy to lose something, but it wasn't the end of the world. The math work isn't in my backpack. At your word, Cove jumped out of his seat.
No way!
Oh crap! Is there somewhere we can look? The bag was kind of open, so he went sympathetically. That left a lot of options for where it might be, most of them bad. He resolved to check the spot the backpack was originally left in. Couldn't hurt to look. Nothing in sight there. He explained to search the rest of the space. Cove did his best to stay out of your way, while keeping an eye open for your missing work. It was fruitless effort. Assignment wasn't there. Panic. It's the end of the world. No! We didn't do our math homework! No! We're gonna fail! for the first assignment of the year in like a month. All of our work. No, it was for nothing. Oh well. Let's check downstairs. Might still be in your house someplace. What if we fail the math year because of that? What if we fail the year and have to restart and redo the grade because we forgot our math homework that one time? Did we have to redo it? I mean, can we redo it? Is it just like a paper they gave us? They gave us papers to do. We can't just reproduce the papers. Might be in the house someplace. Fine.
How are you?
Why, hello again. Is everything alright? Told your mom what was going on. I unpacked my bag and one of my assignments wasn't there.
I'm so sorry.
Sweetie, I'm so sorry. What's missing? Sue the school? Yeah, we should sue the school. Why would you have homework over the summer? Y'all are bad people. Why are you making me do extra work when I'm not in school? Y'all deserve to be sued. What's missing? An assignment for school in the library today. Mom's eyebrows raised with concern at the answer. That's a pickle. I'll call right now. I think they might still be open. Thanks, Mom. Aw, thank you. Thank you, Mom. You're welcome. Just leave it to me. I believe in you, Mom. Make all my problems go away. Derek's siblings stole it. Start a fire? How could they? I'm gonna push them into that fire. Congratulations. My homework will be your undoing. Oh, honey, can you tell us if there was anything you noticed? You were with 22, right? I saw the assignment when 22 had it out in the library. I don't remember them putting it away. I'm pretty positive there was nothing left on the table when we were done. He spoke resolutely. For now, he hadn't considered that something might have been left behind. He had felt the same when leaving, though it was hard not to second-guess things now. Your mom re-entered the scene a few minutes later. The look on her face was not promising.
Well,
So, I got a hold of one of the librarians. You don't have any papers with your name on them. Not that they could see anyway. Sorry. Thanks for trying. Of course, sorry it was a bust. It's not your fault. No, it's totally your fault, Mom. You should be out there, go searching for my homework. Why are you not doing everything in your power to find my homework right now, Mom? That's not my responsibility, that's your responsibility. Number 22, hey, let's go over to my house. I can check my bag. Maybe I took it when we were packing up and I didn't notice. Good idea. Sure. Things weren't getting heavy here with your mom's worrying. Maybe you need to get away from it. Maybe you thought you needed a chance to get away from it. Derek saw it so we could spend more time together. No! Derek's seriously trying to steal our time. Let's go! Cove nodded and made his way to the door. Your mom stood by with creased eyebrows. Take care, kids. Good luck. Bye, Moms! Briskly made the trip across the street, and in less than a minute, we were going through the threshold of Cove's house. Cove had been in a rush earlier today, too. His back fat was tossed on the couch without a thought. No one had moved it since then. God, we're not going to school, like, tomorrow. It's fine. Relax. You can sit down or anything. I'm gonna look. Lifted up the backpack and unzipped it in a fluid motion. You were left to wait as he whirred around inside with an unexpected level of seriousness. Accepted his offer as hospitality and took it easy. It wasn't possible to stop Cove on his quest, so he tried to relax in the meantime. Also, I don't care that much. Eventually, he sighed heavily. Cove's arm was still tucked away inside, but the search was over.
Sorry.
Remember the last time we saw Cove's mom and dad? I'm pretty sure it was when we had that therapy session. We don't want to see his dad. Yeah, we can go without his dad. That'd be great. It was obvious there wasn't much of a chance Cove somehow had in this whole time. He just shrugged. It was worth a shot. That's alright. He got the backpack on the floor, unceremoniously, and spoke with a cautious
Are
tone.
you okay?
Is it? You're really okay? I really am. and get another copy and rewrite that stuff. We could do that? We just get another copy? Why are we doing all this? Why are we doing all this if we could just get another copy? Nice of you to think about it. Ask about it. That's cool. I'm glad. Cove laughed lightly, and you noticed a small shake to it. He was clearly relieved you weren't going to get through this. It was sweet. He had been more upset about the loss than you. I think it's admirable how you can keep it together like that. You were flattered. He thought so. Oh, thank you. Sure. Thanks. Oh. Cove was someone you were close with. That's true. But you hadn't expected him to say you were admirable. It was nice. He is an emotional boy. The moment was interrupted by a piercing ring of the Holden home phone. You wordlessly stared at one another with raised brows. Cove's mouth formed a tiny frown. Kira appeared from the hall, on the far side of the living room, summoned by the noise.
Hey,
Hey, Cove. I'm 22. I didn't know you were here. She strolled on past. Her eyes followed her. Cove's mom answered the call, giving a chipper greeting to whoever was on the other end. Noticed that the title was wrong the entire stream. Thank you. Thank you for noticing now. Changing it. Even though I'm gonna be done in like 5 minutes. There. Change it. Change it for 5 minutes. Perfect. Thumbs up. 10 out of 10 gaming. Where's the princess? I'm sorry. I should have punched someone in the face by now. Cove is a princess. Well, I guess it's time to deck Cove in the face. Hey, Cove. Thank you for everything. Thanks for trying to look for my homework. And I just punch him in the face. A few uh-huhs and mm-hms later, Kira thanked the person and placed the phone down once more. Number 22? That was your ma. Said your stuff was in the car. Of course! Why wouldn't we think to look in the car? Why wasn't that the second place we looked? It's gotta be done. Yeah, we had to. It's in the title. I have to go with Derek! Listen, this is what I promised the audience. I promised y'all I was going to deck a princess. I have an implement, and I'm going to deck the princess with it. God damn it, guys. God. You guys are the best. You guys are the greatest.
What?
Really? That's what I was told. Now, I'll just return to the guest room. You can have your privacy. His face cycled from shock to sour at his mom made her escape laughing. He shook the interruption off and refocused on you. They've got it. As you guessed, this wasn't going to be a big deal. Eat Cove's hair. Wait, why? Why are we eating Cove's hair? They've got it. Cove smiled quickly and shrugged one shoulder. You should probably head to your house. Your moms might want to talk to you. Of course it was in the house. In the car. Again, why wasn't that the second place we looked? It's just a wig. Yeah, we already established. Everyone's just wearing a wig. Everyone's bald. Everyone's just wearing a wig. Yeah, my parents really care about me. Oh, don't say it's mint ice cream. Now I do want to eat his hair. I love mint chocolate chip. I'll take my Sharpie and just put little dots in his hair so it looks like mint chocolate chip. They kept searching even after you left. Because of all that, all worked out. Cove nodded in agreement. Cove, it means a lot that you stuck with me. Thanks. He brightened up with sparkling eyes.
Don't worry about it.
Anytime, 22. While stepping toward the door together, there was a thought in your head that you knew to be true. You're going to be there for one another. with the small things and when it came to the big things. That was super sweet. That was adorable. We're gonna save it right there. Look at us being adorable idiots. Look at us being adorable idiots. Just looking for lost homework that's in the car. Just like, I'm totally here for you, bro. In a totally platonic way. And I'm just like, I'm totally here for you too, bro. In a totally platonic way. And then we just stare at each other, nodding for a second. And then they kissed. That was fun, other than Derek breaking into Cove story. I know. Who put... You got your Derek into my Cove story. How could you? Just sneaking in more Derek. I think we have enough Derek. We still have 2 more Dereks. Let's see if we can make those into one episode. Can we get the 2 Dereks into one episode? Into one stream? 2 entire streams. And then adulthood? And then adulthood. And there's also another DLC for the adulthood one. Oh, there's so much story. This is why I wanted to take a break. This is the exact reason why I wanted to take a break next week. So I might do a stream of one completely different thing. Just to break up the monotony. I think I'm tired of Derek. Okay, we'll play one new game next week. To break it all up. And then we'll go back to Derek. We'll go back to Derek. Finish these 2 off. And then move on to adulthood. We got this. Pedro's Adventures in Spanish? What? I don't know what that is. Is that Pedro's Adventures in Spanish? Now I need to look this up. Pedro's Adventures in Spanish. Oh. Okay. He has a sword. Do we get to stab things? If we get to stab things, I'm in. If we get to stab things, I'm so in for that. But with that, I'm gonna end it here, guys. Thanks for coming with me on this wild adventure where we find out that Lizzie's Filipino. I did not know. I did not realize. And I also realized for the second time that Ma is Hawaiian. I'm going to forget all of this all over again. I'm going to be surprised all over again. I don't know anyone's ethnicity. They probably all told me what they are. I don't know anyone's ethnicity. Alright, guys. I absolutely will forget. Alright, guys. You have a great day. Goodbye, guys.